And we are back with Thursday Night Pro Scrims. I'm Revan, that's Mr. X, but you just saw in map number 1, Team Kaliber, they were able to win that radar point, 250 to round 204, but yeah. I really like the look of the new EnVy squad. I still feel like they need to tamper with a couple of their classes, but definitely their hardpoint game looks to be a little bit improved. Yeah, their hardpoint game is definitely improved. You saw they started to make a pretty nice comeback. They got streaks, I believe Ray had a Hellstorm, Proofy had full streaks yeah.
a couple times.
And you know, it's odd because I believe nobody from TK ever got streaks, so you hardly ever see a team with no streaks win hardpoint. But now it's all search and destroy. This is Team Kaliber's game mode, and I want to check out the new guy, Merc from Team EnVy. He's a fantastic search and destroy player, and he's one of the more clutch players out there. Whenever he's in a 1v2 or 1v3, he seems to be the guy that clutches it out the most, but he gets taken out early on there, and now it's all up to Karma. Yeah, Merc is one of the better search players. I mean, for Optic, he was so strong on search. That's the one thing that I think that trade kind of hurts from Optic's point of view, that they get weaker on search. But, you know, TK, one of the better teams on search and destroy, probably the best team on search and destroy. And if you notice from their class setups, they run mostly perk-heavy classes. Not only that, I mean, it seems like they all complement each other. I mean, you got trophy systems here, stun grenades there. They're really diverse in terms of, like, the grenades they use, but they're so well-rounded in this game type. Right, and they're also extremely disciplined and extremely smart, because you notice a lot of teams in a 3-on-1 situation, they probably would have pushed right there. Like, hey, where's the best skill at? Yeah, and you notice everybody huddled up near Grandma and Hay, and really, I mean, they're working their advantages perfectly. And that's only something they're going to get better at now with Stainville playing with them for the next tournament. Stainville, he's always been a calm and collected guy, so disciplined in terms of his gameplay over the course of many years now. So let's actually start things off in round number 2 with Stainville. Yeah, you know, it'll be interesting to see where TK pushes. We haven't seen many new strategies out of them in a while, so it'll be interesting to see if we see any crazy things tonight. Well, just like that, they're in the 8 bomb sites. It's going to be Stainville leading the way with a 2-piece. Theory does take out Rambo, and within a couple of seconds, it's all up to Karma. Was just spotted, but he was able to make a kill onto Theory, but that's one of the quickest A rushes I've ever seen, Mr. X. Yeah, that was extremely effective. Oh, Tosh, you are so sexy. Stain is amazing. But, you know, that was an extremely effective A push. They ran down mid-street. I believe they had 3 trophy systems to block anything coming back, and it's extremely different from a lot of other teams' strats when they push. They pushed that with ARs instead of SMGs. Also, they pushed it leading the way with trophy systems instead of some stuns or EMPs or grenades. So just making it all come down to your gunfights there. And you saw Stainville with the jump shot in the round-ending kill cam. He has one of the best shots you will ever see in Call of Duty. But once again, you see Team Kaliber, they get first blood in the round, but this time EnVy, they answer back rather quickly as Rambo was able to take out Sharp. But let's flip through these EnVy players. Rambo, he's carrying the bomb. He's got a trophy and a grenade. Karma, he doesn't have everything because he's using overkill with the sniper. And Merc, he's only got an EMP to use, and he's going to use that to check the back alley here. Yeah, you know, EnVy is one of the best teams at pushing B. They're actually one of the first teams that I saw push B. You know, they go in through the mid building and back alley, and they take control of court, and they can really just dominate from there. But it looks like they tried to go back alley, and TK snipped it out. Yeah, when you lose that first man, I mean, it just takes a lot of power out of your push. But I like what you're saying about Team EnVy really being one of the first teams to go B, but not just, you know, tamper with, you know, a B push now and then. This is one of their more favorite pushes on stand-up. It's kind of like their default strategy. Yeah, I was going to say, that's their more preferred bomb spot on stand-up. I see them almost all the time push B and take control of that court with trophy systems, so you really can't get in there. And then they pretty much control the whole map from there. All right, so Stainville, he's gotten dangerously close to that Hellstorm missile. This time, they're not going to rush right in, and this is something you see from Optic Gaming. You know, change up the pace from round to round, whether you're on offense or defense. The last offensive round, they were so aggressive into that A bomb site. This time around, they're looking for that initial pick, and they get it with Theory, taking out Merc off the start of the round. Yeah, and you know, it's an interesting defensive strat from EnVy because it looks like they stacked B and then the mid building. So they're pretty much giving up on A, and it looks like Nezlo is watching the back. He pretty much reads this. And he will find Rambo in bottom wood if he decides to venture forward. Does find him on the staircase here. Nezlo does win that gunfight as well, so numbers swinging the advantage of Team Kaliber. 3-on-2 situation. Nezlo's out for more blood. There are more players in bottom wood. That's going to be Proofy, but as soon as he gets that kill, he gets taken out by Theory, so it's all up to Karma. 1-on-2 situation. He's about to come up behind one player, spots him at packages, but can't challenge an assault rifle in that position. You see the bomb carrier Seinfeld. He makes his way to the bomb site, but Karma picks him off, and now he's in hot pursuit of Theory. Let's look at Theory real quick. Okay, so he's around halfway to his score streaks, but Karma, he's so close to clutching this round out. Yeah, if I'm Theory, I play for my streaks. I go for the kill right here, but it looks like he's going to try and plant, which... Oh, Karma!
Yeah.
Karma just... All right. Yeah, okay. He's pretty good still. Yeah, he's not too bad. He's all right at Call of Duty. Let's take another look at this in the round-ending kill cam. Spots Theory. Just like that, pulls the trigger, picks up both kills with the sniper rifle. A 1v2 clutch for Karma there, and that is EnVy's first round win. Yeah, and I mean, that's actually a huge kill for Karma. I mean, we saw this the other night in the Curse Complexity match where Complex got that 2-on-1 to change the whole game. So it'll be interesting to see if EnVy comes out and wins these next few rounds. So we got to start things off with Karma. Now, he's changing up from class to class. So on defense, it looked like he was using a dual band, but offense, he has no attachments on the sniper rifle. Yeah, and you know, that's probably because I believe he was using dexterity on offense and not on defense. I don't think he was using dexterity. And that's probably because just in case they need to make a push, you always want dexterity on your submachine gun. And Karma does find one more player. That's going to be Stainville, but Karma does get picked off there. Now, numbers still in favor of EnVy, and they have planted the bomb over near the B bomb site. So you see Team Kaliber, they're going to try to retake the site. You got Stainville and Theory left alive for them. And you see Stainville, he's going to be leading the way through the middle of the street, looking around for a kill to make. Does find one over near the pickup truck, but it's going to be Proofy taking him out. Now, 15 seconds left on the timer. It's going to be very tough for Theory to win this round. Yeah, it's going to be almost impossible for Theory to win this round. You notice no dead silence. They probably heard him jump right over that wall. But that's also, it goes back to the following round, because that's probably why if I was Theory, I probably would have just hid and played for my streaks. You can give up one round. Letting the bomb blow up? No, I mean, no, when they were on offense, we had the bomb. I probably would have played for my streaks, and I wouldn't have tried to challenge Karma. Yeah, from playground to top wood, I probably wouldn't have challenged. Yeah, I thought you were talking about that round that just played out. I was like, I mean, letting the bomb blow up, it's a questionable call. Unless you kill the player who planted it, then you could. It doesn't really matter at that point. But EnVy, they've won 2 straight rounds, and they are right back in this game. And here you see a smart push from TK. It looks like they're gonna go back alley, and I love this push, but it looks like they might have pretty bad timing with it, actually. Oh, Sharp! No, Sharp just... Oh, but it's Theory answering right back with a 3-piece of his own in a strange turn of events. He saw Karma turn on Sharp. Theory pick up 3 straight kills in the back alley. Now it's down to a 1v1 Theory versus Merc, but once again, no dead silence for Theory. It's going to be a bit tougher for him to maneuver around the map. Yeah, I mean, that was just a crazy play. I mean, Karma turns on Sharp, career-ending him. And then we had Theory come in and just pick up 3 easy kills. And now this one-on-one is huge. If EnVy can win this round, they'll probably take this map. Theory looks like he is posturing for a bomb plant. You see Merc. He's just going to call the bluff here, trying to challenge Theory to plant the bomb. And Theory, he's on top 9-3. The bomb does go down. And now Merc, he's in perfect position to spot Theory as he comes out of wood, but he's not looking there for a time. He does find Theory, picks up the kill, stops the ace. So crisis averted for Team EnVy here. Merc will pick up the kill, the bomb defuse, and more importantly, the round win. Yeah, and I mean, it's a huge round win. It's kind of like what we're seeing from what happened the other night with the 2-on-1 turns into just a wave effect where you can't come back from. And you know, when somebody on your team is that close to streaks and you lose around 2-on-1, the 2 pretty amazing snipe shots, it's kind of deflating. I mean, you know, speaking about the round that just happened, so Team Kaliber, they tried to do a back alley push. The reason they were able to get the back alley is because the other 2 teammates made a great distraction over near the top of the street. However, once they got picked off, now it's a 4-on-2 situation. It becomes so tough to win a round like that. Luckily, Theory did get that 3-piece, so it was a manageable round for them after that, but losing those first 2 kills was a bit rough. Yeah, you probably could have pushed that a different way, because I think once EnVy noticed that they were split up 2-2, they kind of just flooded 3 guys at the 2 back alley. And I mean, Theory made an amazing play, got 3 kills, but you can't really rely on that every time. And you see it from Team Kaliber actually all the time, where they work the numbers advantage just like EnVy did. But you know, when you work a 3-on-1, you're thinking, okay, worst case scenario, it turns into a 2-on-1 there or a 2-0 in the back alley. You trade 1 for 1, but for Team EnVy, that was not the case. Yeah, and if you notice on your mini-map, this is extremely interesting that TK's pushed Sharp all the way up to packages. And now EnVy,
with the delay push, it was a good idea, but I think they've given up almost too much of the map right now.
Yeah, so Sharp, he's in a great position. Not only that, you can't even flank him because you got Stanville watching his back. They try to nade him out, which is a good idea, but you got to challenge it after. Sharp will respond by throwing some grenades of his own. And you see Proof, he's going to make his way behind Stanville. Proof, he's in a great position to make something happen. He's going to cross right in front of Stanville. Now he knows exactly where he is. Will turn the corner, does find the kill on a Stanville. Notice Sharp, he's over near packages. Can he pick up the kill? No, it's going to be Merc with the assist, so 2-on-2 situation, but there's only 15 seconds left on the clock. Nezzo gets the pick with the sniper. Merc just picked up the bomb. He's got to go for a plant right now if he wants to win the round.
And we see this so many times, Revan, where teams don't start their push till 20 seconds. I don't think he's going to have enough time now. They don't start their push until 20, 25 seconds. I mean, right there, it was pretty much 4-on-4 until about 35 seconds left in the round, which we usually don't see too much. And to make a push that late, you can't really get anything good out of that.
Actually, very nice sniper shot from Nezlo, but I think what Team EnVyUs were kind of banking on is Nezlo is infamous for calling this double back alley push from time to time on standoff. So I think they were trying to predict that. Unfortunately, they predicted wrong. They turtled their base for a little too long. You know, they gave Team Kaliber a lot of map control, and from there, Team EnVyUs, they had to waste a lot of time trying to battle for those positions.
Yeah, I think what they were, like you said, I think they were probably trying to bait Nezlo and TK into pushing that back alley and just kind of work on a 4-on-2. But, you know, TK, being the amazing search team that they are, instead of sending a guy to back alley, they push Sharp up the packages.
Another A rush coming from Team Kaliber. Now it's 2-on-1. Karma, last one alive once again for Team EnVyUs, and last time he was in this scenario, he did clutch it out for his team, but this time he's going up against Nezlo and Stanville, two phenomenal search and destroy players. Will spot one over near the statue. He's going to have to dive to get out of this one, but never mind. Nezlo hits the shot. Team Kaliber are on round point.
Yeah, Nezlo's on fire with the sniper rifle right now, and you know, I like the play out of TK right here. I mean, because they're new teammates, you always want to see how things work out, and Karma got caught.
Just slid right into my sniper.
He got caught on his belly. But you always like to see how new teammates work out together. And right there, you can see the communication between Stanville and Nezlo was good because they were going to get together and work on just holding down that A-bomb.
So after 8 rounds, this is your scoreboard. It's still Theory on top for Team Kaliber, but you know, besides Sharp, everyone else is holding their weight. So it's not just a one-man effort here. In terms of the EnVyUs lineup, they're still all around the same area, but this is a must-win round for them, and they don't get first blood.
Yeah, you know, TK, their games are always like that. They don't have one guy who's always going to go off all the time or goes off consistently. It's really just a 4-man effort. They're just a really solid team.
It's all about the teamwork. In the end of the day, if you listen to me and Mr. X cast often, that's all we preach: teamwork, teamwork, communication, and some more teamwork.
Yeah, I mean, if you can do anything with teamwork and communication.
You might even say that teamwork makes dreams work.
I knew you were going to say that.
You set me up for it. I had to take advantage, but into the action here. 2-on-2 situation. Karma looking for 1 kill here. Stanville does make the pick on the mark, so a bit tougher for Karma to work with here, as now Stanville just backs up, and he's going to get support from Theory here. So once again, Team Kaliber, we talk about them all the time, working numbers, and they're doing it perfectly here. Nice shot by Karma, takes out Theory, but now it's 1-on-1 versus Stanville. Stanville coming through the yellow side of the map. We'll take out Karma in the back, and Team Kaliber takes search and destroy standoff 6-3.
I mean, Karma just had amazing snipe shots that whole series, and right there, TK actually split up. I thought he was going to have a chance. Yeah. You know, smart play from Stanville to push through Shaq and just kind of pinch Karma in that grandma house area.
They're making a Karma sandwich.
Yeah, that's what they were doing. They were setting him up.
All right, let's take one final look at our scoreboard, but Team Kaliber, they're off to a strong start in tonight's pro scrim. Theory leads the way 11-7 still, but Stanville 8-4, and with the addition of Stanville, I mean, don't get it wrong. Grinjar, he's great at search and destroy, but Stanville, he's been one of the staple players in the Call of Duty scene for so many years. Obviously, he has a lot more experience than Gunjar. I mean, you know, he just adds so much to this Team Kaliber squad. It's scary.
Oh, he brings tons of experience and, you know, communication and just overall just leadership to the team. I mean, they have great leaders with Sharp and Nezlo, but you can always use another voice in the room, so to speak.
Especially when that voice is Stanville. I mean, if you've ever heard him call out, listen to some of his communication during the game. I mean, it's always on point. It's always perfect.
Right, and he's a little more of an aggressive player than Gunjar, you know. Gunjar can be aggressive, but most of the time he plays a more of just a passive, more like a real ankle role. Stanville plays a little more aggressive, which it might help TK's playstyle a little bit.
So after the first 2 maps, Team Kaliber, they lead the series 2-0 over Team EnVyUs. We're going to a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere. We're going to capture flag next.